Hello, hello, and welcome to Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. Today we have a featured business spotlight, and it's a special featured business spotlight because it's Sunday, and we don't normally come to you on Sunday unless it's the cover, but we made some adjustments for this one here because she is just really, really special. So now, you guys know the vegan thing is really growing, right? And we're going to talk to this coach right now about just her journey and how she kind of got into that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her on in. Good morning, Alibeth. How are you?
Hey, Tiffany, I am doing very well. How are you?
Oh, I am fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the Vegan Latina. Love it, love it, love it. So, oh my goodness. So let's chat a little bit. So,
Yes.
Ali, to tell the audience just a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Hello, everybody. I'm so happy and grateful to be here. Tiffany, thank you for this opportunity just to talk with you, get to know you also a little bit better. A little bit about me. I am from Puerto Rico. I live currently in Connecticut. I'm 25 years old. I speak multiple languages. And now I am obsessed with veganism. Has been one of the best journeys I have started. And I have really, really changed my life just because of becoming vegan. And it's something that I never expected to do. But every day I'm just so surprised how I have been able to keep up with the lifestyle and how it has helped me to become my best version.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I just love your spirit. I love your energy. I mean, I've been watching you. This woman's all over Instagram, y'all. So I will definitely have her tell you where she's at on Instagram before we close up today. But okay, so why did you get started in this whole veganism thing? I mean, yeah, like what happened? Like what got you there? It's kind of
Oh
a hard
my
transition.
God. Well, I moved to Connecticut back in 2017 after the Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico. So when I moved to Connecticut, I started to live with my dad, and I started to get to know this amazing guy who was starting the journey of veganism. At the time, I was also looking into a nutritionist to take care of my nutrition because I came here, I was not feeling good. I was feeling lazy. I was feeling tired, and I was in my highest weight, which it was 276 pounds.
Wow.
Like at a time I was just trying to learn and see what can I do because I always been overweight and I always used to go to an endocrinologist about my hormones and all that kind of stuff. So it has always been a thing for me to start taking care of my health and losing weight and all that. But I never found it something that was able to stick into. Like I
Mm.
wasn't too much into fitness at a time. I wasn't too much into eating healthy. I didn't used to like no vegetables
Oh,
at
wow.
all. At all. Only certain fruits and not even all of them. So when I started to get to know this person, they started to teach me a little bit more about certain substitutes that I started to try. In the beginning, it wasn't so fun. I'm gonna be honest with you. In the beginning, it was like a little shock, but
Yeah.
as I kept like choosing different things and just replacing and detoxing from different foods, my taste buds started to change.
Wow.
So that's what basically made me become vegan because I saw the progress in what I was eating that I was just all the time like, what? I could eat this? Oh my God, I didn't used to like this. And it tastes actually pretty good. So
Yeah.
just that was what kept me going till I got to find more stuff. Like now I use like my nutrition is vegan, my skincare is vegan, my hair care is vegan, my body care is vegan,
Everything.
everything. Like now it's just like a lifestyle.
And
So
you can see it in you. I mean, you glow. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time I see you show up, I mean, I'm looking at you on my screen. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like your skin, everything.
Thank
And
you.
it goes to show that you're giving your body good stuff, you know? And I know
Yes.
like that transition has to be hard. I mean, I definitely do frequent the vegan places around my area. I love them, but I just can't seem to make that complete, transition just yet. But it is really funny how your, taste buds do change, I mean, like like my sweet tooth, I
Yeah.
used to love milk chocolate. And, me being, I mean, I'm diabetic. It's in remission, but I am diabetic. So I can't have a lot of that. I have to be very conscious and aware of that. And when I have milk chocolate now, I'm like, oh my God, it's too sweet. Because I've been eating the really dark chocolates, the rich ones, the ones that are a little more healthy for you with the antioxidants and things. So it's just really amazing.
It
You
really
go and you
is.
change it, and it might be something that you completely hated before, but
Yeah.
then you go back and you have it. Maybe you even have it cooked a different way, and it's just, I don't know. I think
Completely.
like the raw vegans, I think they kind of are onto something, I think, because the food tastes good. I mean, it's like if it's the organic good food, it tastes
Yes.
so good.
I don't know if I will ever go raw vegan. I tried in the beginning, in the few beginner years of my veganism. I've been vegan for like 3 years now.
Okay.
In the beginning of them, one time I went to this restaurant in Washington D.C. They had raw vegan food, but it wasn't my best experience, honestly. It was different. It was different, but I gotta say that fast forward to now, there are
Yeah.
certain things that I could see like, yes, I could actually maybe eat it raw. So it
Yeah.
just as I keep going, the transition is easier to eat it how it comes. Like I
Yeah.
remember when I was not vegan at all, throwing up for lettuce. Like I would not like it at all. And I still it's also it's not just only your taste bud, but it's also mental. It's connected with the mental as well.
Right.
Because I realized that even though now I like it, it is still a mental work to do according to the foods because
Yeah.
it's still in my mind the memory of like, oh, I didn't used to like
Mm,
it. So I don't go forward to the salads as quicker as I will go to other new foods that I didn't like before.
yeah.
Those ones that I did try in the beginning, now I try them, differently. Like let's say if I was gonna do a salad, I would add some tomatoes so I could keep like a little bit of a taste differently. So it all
Mhm.
depends, but I could say some things are also in the mental, like how you keep up with it is just
Mhm.
switching the mindset because it's still a habit. Eating
Yeah.
is like a habit.
Right.
So if you don't change your habits to better habits, it's gonna be hard. And as you keep going, it's gonna come like withdrawals of the habits.
Right.
So those withdrawals sometimes it do come, but every time let's say if I was to entertain one of the withdrawals of other foods,
Mhm.
it feels like it's not the same.
Mhm.
It's not, it doesn't taste the same. Like I remember one time eating like a chocolate and I used to love
Mhm.
chocolate, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the same. I could feel the ingredients. Like it wasn't, let's say like it could become greasy or it could become just not the same taste in in your taste buds. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's very interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
It's very
So,
interesting.
so what made you want to take the whole weight loss journey?
So, well, being at my highest weight and I was maybe like 20 years
Mhm.
old, 276 pounds. That's like almost 25 pounds closer to 300 pounds.
Yeah.
So it is scary to just be that young and be that much of weight. And it's just not about the number. It is
Mhm.
about how it feels in the body.
Right.
It's difficult to walk. It's difficult to, let's say, if you wanted to run, your thighs are too close, if you want to put
Mm.
a nice shirt, your belly, it might be too big, and it's a little bit of uncomfortable. And how I will say this, it makes your confidence go low a little bit.
Yeah.
Like what I saw in the mirror, I didn't like what I saw. I am an island
Mhm.
person, so I love bathing suits. I love
Yeah.
clothing that are showing, and all that kind of clothing. I wouldn't feel comfortable in it. I would feel
Hmm.
like I wanted to hide a part of it. So that feeling of not necessarily loving myself too much, even though there were a lot of movements of, loving big woman and all this kind of beautiful things, inside, deep inside, I was not happy. I was not
Hmm.
happy, even though, yes, other people may see a beauty in me. Inside, I didn't saw that beauty. I just saw like it was heavy and tiring. And
Hmm.
mostly when the doctors can tell you also, like, you're pre-diabetic or
Yeah.
you're starting to get sick in this area. So those things were what, like, really pushed me into getting it done and into losing more weight. And not just that, just knowing now, when you know better, you do
Yeah.
better. So just
Right.
now knowing a little bit, because I was, learning about veganism and learning about nutrition, learning about nutrition facts. And when you start really learning what you're putting inside, you may
Right.
possibly take it into consideration. Would I do this or would I not?
Right.
So that part of now becoming aware of what am I intaking and how am
Yeah.
I flourishing from the inside out, it was a part of, like, okay, you know what, maybe I should do some changes. I
Yeah.
participated in a few different challenges back then,
Hmm.
one with a nutritionist, one with a trainer online, and all that things helped me to keep up going and, like, exercising, keep up with the vegan lifestyle. And just fast forward to now, I have lost 50 pounds and I'm looking
Oh,
forward. Thank you. I'm looking forward to lose 50 more, but in the transition to get there, I want to see how I look and how I feel in each stage of it, because I haven't seen myself with my age in that weight, so I don't know how am I going to feel, how am I going to like it. But I do know that what I want out of this is to be able to be aging well,
yes.
because
Yes.
the nutrition is all about your aging, how long you're gonna live, how you're gonna feel. And I want to be able to be the age of my grandmother or my grandfather. They're like 86 and 89. I'd be
Wow.
happy.
Yes.
I'd be happy to be that age and feel good and be healthy and be able to do the activities that I'm able to do now, because this
Yes.
athletical part of me, oh, I was not athletic before at all. So this is a new journey. Like, the part of fitness, the part of, like, working out and eating right, that's all a new journey for me. And I want to be able to keep up with that life as I age.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's very important. Well, look,
Yes.
we are going to cut to a quick commercial break and then we will be right back because I want to talk to you a little bit about just kind of that mindset. You're talking about the mindset. Let's talk just a little bit about how you made that switch. So we'll be right back.
Thank you.
And we are back. Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine. We've got our featured business spotlight with Coach Alibeth. All right, the Vegan Latina. Gosh, I tell you that commercial right there. Every time I see that commercial, that Mupo commercial makes me want to dance. So tell me something because I know going through my own, weight loss journey, it's hard to just, get that mindset right. So can you share with our audience just a few things that maybe you incorporated into your journey on just, kind of keeping you, staying on point? Was it affirmations? What was it that, that really helped you out?
So for me, at a time, I was going to art therapy. Art therapy, if you have never tried and you're looking for a way to deal with mental health or
Mm.
your personal life, I highly, highly recommend art therapy. I used to also say, "Oh, I hate art. I don't like art."
What?
And I would tell you now, I'm also an artist. I do abstract
Yes.
art. And it's something that I developed by connecting with other people, and not just that, by going to art therapy. One time I met this amazing therapist at a art event, and
Hmm.
she started talking about her business, and I went to one of the things, and that changed my life for
Wow.
so much better. That helped me a lot with, to understand how I was feeling, to understand how can I keep up on getting
Hmm.
better, and listening also to people that were doing good. Like I found this coach one time. You know how my name is Vegan Fit Latina.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
back at a time, I was looking for a coach that was thick, vegan, and fit. So I was researching on Instagram, and I found this amazing coach, and I connected with her. And she became my online
Yes.
fitness coach. And having her, she was already a lot advanced in her fitness journey, but she also
Hmm.
was doing she was overweight and losing weight. And getting with her online and started to, see her mindset development. Also, at a time, my lover used to also put me into like different information, things that back when I was in Puerto Rico, I wasn't too much into self development.
Hmm.
But when I moved out here, I was connected with so many people that were into the self development that I just got
Yeah.
into it. Back in the pandemic, that's when it really, really started. I was using Clubhouse at a time,
Hmm.
and that's how I found my mentor, current mentor, Ken Jocelyn.
Okay.
And that's how I
Oh,
met with
yes.
him and started doing all that kind of stuff of like, developing the mindset. Like at a time, I went through a lot of things like homelessness, like getting fired from a
Mhm.
job, a breakup, all that kind of stuff at the time. So it was just like basically no other option. You got to build your
Yeah.
mindset. You got to build your mindset to become strong and keep going, because you got to
Right.
keep going. So that's how it started. That's how it started. Just like getting together with new people, just, staying strong to what I wanted. And
Yeah.
actually, social medias were a very good benefit at a time, because I was using social media to just find inspiration and motivation. I created one page for my own self, for self love with the art I was doing,
Oh, I like
because it
that.
helped me. It helped me to just, keep up. Excuse me, keep up on that journey. And that was nice, because I was creating the art to help myself, but my intention was to be able to help others. And I started.
Yeah.
Somebody put me into this book, The Secret. That was my
Yes, I
first.
love The Secret.
Yes, that was my first encounter with
Rhonda Byrne.
thinking, switching the mindset to positive, switching the
Hmm.
mindset to positive, observing how do I speak. And that's how I got into affirmation. That's how I got into, okay, maybe if I like claiming what I want, into writing things, and everything just connected. It keep up happening. It just keep up happening. I moved from my location to another location. I found a better job, like saying things that I wanted. I declared, I said I wanted this job this way. I want this thing this way. I even said like I want my hair to grow. My hair has grown so much. Like all
Wow.
the things that I was saying, it were just happening. So
Yes.
that's how I keep up. But that was my first encounter with like, mindset switch, The Secret. And I was
I
at the
love
time I
that.
was lazy to read. So I watched the documentary for a few times, but it was very good. So I highly invite everybody to watch it, or just to get closer to a book of
Yeah.
somebody you admire, somebody that is where you want to be. Is
Mm-hmm.
before I was not so much of a reader. I'm still working on my way up in reading, but I gotta say, reading is very interesting how it can help you to switch your minds and to stay on it. That would be one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Also, for those that do believe in God, getting closer to God, as you get closer to Him, you start just taking care of things like naturally, because it
Yeah.
just cleanses your body. So,
Yeah.
all of the good stuff.
Love that. Yeah, you have to have some kind of source, whether it be God, universe, whatever that is, you need to have something to connect with. And I think it's all about the accountability as well, right? I
Yes.
mean, if you have your coach now, and I know Ken, Ken is amazing. So, you have, that tribe. And when you have a tribe to help you stay accountable as well, it really does just makes so much of a difference there. So
Yes.
what made you choose like the vegan lifestyle? Because I mean, there's so many different ways that you can go, right? I mean, there's so many different types of diets. There's so many different types of, as we say, lifestyles. So what made you choose the vegan lifestyle?
So, well, back at a time when I was just doing this learning of nutrition and all that, well, I was put on into a lot of vegan substitution. So I was already looking at the nutrition facts, and a lot of the regular food that I was eating, those
Mm-hmm.
nutrition facts were not so healthy. Not so healthy. So, just like learning from new foods and trying to see what am I gonna do with this food that I'm trying to buy. It just
Yeah.
got me into starting with vegetarian. I just started cutting off first certain kind of meats. That was my
Okay.
first start. And as I detox, I started to see like, oh, okay, I kind of like this thing. It's not that bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So slowly, I because I was already learning from a vegan person, so I
Okay.
wasn't learning necessarily for my own research. I was just doing listening to what they were saying and observing myself. And I'm like,
Okay.
this kind of makes sense. I see this. So fast forward, just started, detoxing a little bit from the meats, because I was, even though I was a meat eater, I wasn't too much of a cooker. So
Okay.
because I wasn't too much into cooking, I was just, certain things I didn't cook too much. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
this. And slowly started to replace. I did vegetarian for a little bit. It was very hard to quit cheese
Mm,
and dairy, like milk. Those were my hardest ones to
yeah.
cut.
Yeah. Those
But
are mine.
that eventually I was able to just, let them go, and I started to do the vegan for a little bit. I wasn't expecting to stick with it, but it just happened. It just happened to
Wow.
stay. And now, since I hold it for so long as a consistent thing, has
Yeah.
been what I have proved the most my accountability and discipline. So I didn't want it to never go back, because it's kind of like a little bit of a proof
Wow.
of like, yes, I could be accountable. Yes, I could be disciplined. Yes, I could
Yes.
say no. And they helped me so much to, let's say, be able to say no. Like, because I'm vegan, I basically say no to most of the things that cause me harm, back
Uh-huh,
then,
uh-huh,
like, or that
mhm.
will have unhealthy stuff. So it was just like, well, if I'm actually stay vegan, then I will just be fine. I think I will be
Yeah.
able to keep up. And fast forward 3 years, I've been able to keep up that weight off. I have not go back. The most right now in like 220 something, and the most I stay in between 230 220. So I haven't increased my weight, which it was something that I was very scared of back then,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I didn't know how it was happening at the time. It was just happening because of the change of food. So it
Mhm.
wasn't so much like, oh, I'm going to the gym or I'm doing this. No, it was just like the switch. It was really detoxing my body. So
Yeah.
just being able to see that progress was like, oh, okay, I'm not going back. this is working. I don't know what is this, but this is working. And so eventually, I started to learn about like ingredients. I started to learn about colors. I started to know about artificial stuff. I started to know about all this harmful things that they are in our foods at a time. That is
Yeah.
just like, well, matter of fact, let me stay in this side because it's just gonna be
Yeah.
eventually better. Like I
Right.
started to observe how certain like meats and things like that, let's say they would not last long in the fridge, and I'm like, why wouldn't they? Or
Right.
let's say a bread will get like messed up quickly. Different things like that that were like signals to me, like, okay, this is not so good. And then it was so difficult to find some vegan stuff at a time that it
Mm-hmm.
was like, why is it so hard if they didn't plant and fruits? I don't get it. But
Right.
just being able to, those little things was what helped me to keep up. And I didn't choose vegan, it just happened to be vegan.
Yeah.
And now, well, I don't want to go back. So now it's
Yeah.
just like, well, I learned more about products. I've learned more about what it makes better my skin. I used to have a lot of dark spots, but because I was dark skinned, I thought it was just normal.
Mm-hmm.
But fast forward, taking care of my health, my gut,
Right.
this and
Yes.
that, my skin has cleared so much that I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going back. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's
Your
no way.
skin is beautiful. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. It was differently before. Now I feel like I look like my age. But when I was
Okay.
20, I definitely didn't look like 20. I look
Really?
way, way much adult than what I
Mm-hmm.
actually was. Everybody always think I'm older than my age.
Yeah.
But back at the time, I was very young, and people used to think like I was 27 or 26. So that's 6 years of difference.
Right.
So
Yeah.
my skin now,
Wow.
I look much younger and much better, and I feel better.
Yes, and I bet you do. I mean, I know once I make the switch, I will. I'm sure sooner or later I will. Because
I
I
actually
do
can
love it.
see you. I actually can see you, and I can see what it does because you know what? It just, I feel like for me, it was like a new way to fall in love about what I eat,
Yeah.
because the way I enjoy food now
Mm-hmm.
is so much different than before. Like I feel the taste, I could feel the
Mm.
flavors. Like it's
Yeah.
different. Like when you eat some, let's say some vegetables or some fruits, it just feels so, oh my god, so satisfying, so filling. Like you feel like it's filling you up with like whatever energy might have the food. Like if
Mm.
it's like an
Yeah.
apple, it just gives you like that boost of energy. It's
Right.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely feel you there. So okay. So we're gonna actually go ahead and cut to a quick one last commercial break, and then we're gonna come back. And I want to find out like what was some of the hardest like things about making that switch, because I know that can be a hard switch. So I definitely want my audience to know like what are some of the things that they can overcome like you did. So we will be right back. And we are back. Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine with Coach Alibeth, the Vegan Fit Latina, talking about that vegan lifestyle, y'all. So, Alibeth, what was like the hardest part about going vegan? I know you said, like the cheese part. Like, what else like was kind of like that hard? And like, how did you manage to get through that? 'Cause I love cheese. I don't want to give up cheese. So, like, was there a substitute? Like, what? Like, how did you like? Yeah, like share that with us.
Okay, for me, the hardest part was actually keeping up, just keeping up with the no, the finding good replacements. So one thing was like finding a brand that you like. I started to fall in love with like Follow Your Heart. So is another good one. Beyond, be All Star, something like that. I forgot the name. But I started to fall in between different brands, and using those was what helped me. And one big thing that helped me in a point that I was like, okay, I don't know how to keep up. I'm working from home now. I'm always home, and I want to eat not the so healthy vegan stuff.
Right.
So at a time, I found this brand through our friend that she had a heart replacement. She's one of the first women in Puerto Rico with a heart replacement. So I trusted her. I trusted her point of looking at food and her point of taking care of her own health. And I found her with this brand called Arbonne. So that's a brand I represent and I do. And back then I was just trying to find something that I could do on the go because I was working from home and I wanted to enjoy my breaks, you know. I have a 9 to 5, so I wanted to enjoy that little bit of time. I wanted something quick, easy, and that helped me to keep up with the lifestyle and the fitness because I wanted to keep up losing weight and I wanted to maintain as well. So one time I just asked her, I saw her with this shake and I'm like, what are you taking? And she told me all about the 30 days of healthy living with Arbonne. And so I said to her, listen, girl, put me onto that. I don't know what it is, but I want it all. I want it all. And can you please make me a consultant too? Because I just want all the discounts. So that's how I started. I ordered that back in maybe 2 years ago. I said, let me order this. No, 1 or 2 years ago. Yeah. And I said, give me all that. And so I tried it. I decided to become a consultant because back then I used to do another network marketing business of skincare. And but I wasn't so into it. I liked it, but I wasn't so much into it. So when I learned from Arbonne and I find out a little bit more about their story, they've been in the market for like 42 years. They banned more, yes, and they banned more than 2,000 toxins out of their products, which it was like amazing for me to hear. I'm like, okay, this sounds like my lifestyle now. And then when it came all around, I find out they had like skincare, they had hair care, they had body care, they had essential oils, they had a foundation for kids, they had so many things, and even makeup, which it was other of the things that was part of the previous network marketing. And I was like, okay, this has everything I need. This is like a whatever thing. I'm glad I signed up. So that's how it started. I tried their shakes. I tried their Energy Fizz, which is what I'm drinking right now. And oh my God, it was so good. It really felt like pure food nicely, and I was able to take the shakes. And I was not a person of drinking shakes before so much. So I just tried it and liked it. So that's how I started. I started with the 30 days of healthy living with Arbonne, and I started to do it. It started to like it. It was actually what I was looking for, which it was on the go. Because you know, when you have a 9 to 5, most likely you're on the go. So definitely. I was on the go mode. And working from home, I was just trying not to keep up eating snacks and things that were not healthy. And by chance, Arbonne also had snacks too. So it was like, okay, this is a perfect combination. I could get everything from here. So I did like in Amazon. You know how Jeff Bezos created Amazon and they have everything you need. So Peter Mork, the creator of Arbonne, he did that with Arbonne. It's everything you need, anything. And since they started, they've been vegan. So it was like, oh my God, this just fit up my lifestyle. So that's how I keep up on going, and I joined their community. They have an amazing community of amazing people aware of the planet, that cares about the planet. They are B corporation, meaning they care more about the people and the planet, and they have to follow certain high standards on like how they take care of the plants, how they take care of the communities, what do they do to nature in order to be B corporation certified. So they are B corporation certified, they are vegan certified, non-GMO certified, gluten-free certified, well, you name it, all of those certifications. So that was a big key to keep up going. Arbonne, because that's how I started to switch. Like, okay, well, let me switch my skincare. So I switched my skincare. Let me switch my hair care. I switched my hair care. I started essential oils. I didn't even used to use essential oils, but I said, well, let me buy them. What a good thing. They're
Yeah.
very helpful. They help you, like, stay calm and all that kind of thing. It was
Yes,
very
they
nice.
do.
Makeup, I was like, this is a very good thing, because I'm not so much of a makeup person.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, well, if it is plant-based makeup, maybe I could do a little bit of makeup. Why not? Like,
Right.
it makes you look prettier than what you are already. So I'm like, sure, I want it all. So I became obsessed. They even have a baby line. I bought things for the baby line to my nephews, to everybody. I'm like, yes, this is super cool. And that helped me to keep up, because the hardest thing was to find good products and good substitutions that you actually really like. And if you didn't know how to cook too much, like how I didn't know too much at a time,
Mm-hmm.
learning how to cook was like shocking. So that's why I wanted to find something to help me,
Yeah.
because thinking about cooking was a little bit overwhelming. But
Mm-hmm.
then I said, okay, now I have the shakes and now I have all these things that help me. So maybe I could meal prep one food. And slowly I started to learn from recipes from also Arbonne and just online. And that
Yeah.
helped me to start, like, cooking little stuff. And now, girl, now I meal prep. Now I take the
Yes.
smoothies. Now I have the whole lifestyle. Like, it's just like, wow, I'm really living that life. I'm
Yeah.
really living that healthy life. That's me. That's just new me. New me. So
Oh, I love it. I love it.
that big change, every time I look at the mirror and I see my habits, and people that know me from the past, like, will be like, what, you don't do that? I'm like, nope. I even stopped drinking. I used to, back in college, like, drink. I even stopped that. I stopped so many habits that were not so positive, that is
Yes.
just amazing. The detox, it didn't only came only for foods, it
Yeah.
came for other habits too. So it was very good to just being able to get to know better, because as I said, when you know better, you do better.
You
And
better.
sometimes
Yeah.
it takes you a little bit, and that's okay. But
Yeah.
for me, it was just like, let me take it all together. And so
Yes.
that's what I
Yeah.
did. That's what
Oh,
I
I
did.
love that. Now, if anybody wants to get involved with the 30-day program that you do, how would they get involved with that?
So you can definitely follow me on Instagram at Vegan Fit Latina. You can also go to my website, alibethcabrera-nieves.arbonne.com. And you can definitely reach out in any source. It's the same username in every source: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Well, check me out, and I will
Awesome.
definitely be happy to help you get this journey and not be alone, because one of the hardest things sometimes is to be alone and not
Yeah.
have somebody to encourage you. And the way that I have felt that this lifestyle has changed my life for the best is something that I invite everyone to try it out. Everyone to try it out. It really can make a difference, and I can't wait to just continue aging well and
Yes.
feeling young and being healthy, because I love life. I am very
Yeah.
grateful to be alive. And even though it gets hard, it's just so nice. Like, I love it. Every time, every person that comes in my path is just for an impact. So I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this opportunity. And I'm grateful for the audience that's going to listen to this, because
Yeah.
it definitely makes a difference when you get together with people that think bigger than you do. And it's
Yes.
definitely a difference when you get closer to people that want something for you, not
Yes.
from you.
That's
So that's
right.
what my mentor Ken Jocelyn always say: I want something for you, not from you.
That's
So
right. That's
listen, I'm
right.
here to help you and to help everybody as much as I can. And I'd be happy to just, share this time, have new friends, make new friends in this amazing journey.
Yes, yes. Now, everyone, you can also see Alibeth in the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics January issue that will be actually coming out today, Sunday. So it should be out before the end of the day, and we will be able to Allie Beth, and some of the other amazing contributing writers from Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine, Elevating Your Mind, Body, and Spirit. We are here to help you get physically, mentally, spiritually, as well as financially fit. That's what we do. So, Allie Beth, what is some words of encouragement, some words of wisdom that you can give our audience as we move into this next week?
I highly will say don't give up. As long as you don't give up, the progress is still happening. It's like when you water a plant. You don't see her growing every day, but as long as you take care of her, give her closer to the sun, give her all those things she needs, she'll bloom and flourish very, very pretty. So are you. Like you flourish from the inside out. So what you give in the inside, it was come in the outside. So just make sure that you give to yourself, you love yourself, and you love others because others are part of the world. And after you love and just give love, you just start wanting to give more to you too. So just don't give up. As long as you don't give up and you keep going and you have an opportunity to see a new day, you'll be able to make it. It may take time, but you weren't born at a time that you decided. You were born at the time that you were meant to do. So everything is in the right timing. So yes,
Yes.
that'll be my word of encouragement.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you, Allie Beth, for joining me today. Thank you for being part of the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine family. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today and listening in. And everyone, if you have not subscribed, definitely go to Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Mag 2021 and subscribe. Get in the family so you can get physically, mentally, spiritually, as well as financially fit, because that is exactly what we want to do for you. So everyone have an amazing week ahead. We love you so much, and we will see you soon. Take care.
Thank you.